Hello, Steve Hearts 89. Joss Whedon has been accused of doing many things recently. After the cyborg actor accused him of bad behaviour on the set of Justice League, a lot of actors from Buffy and Angel and other productions he's worked on or produced or directed have come out and accused him of inappropriate behaviour. And he's finally responded to this, and a couple of his responses were just, one in particular was shocking. Gal Gadot said that he threatened her career and supposedly suggested that she should be tied to train tracks, which is an old cliched damsel in distress heroine sort of thing that they used to do in the old black and white films. Something that obviously she wanted to be progressive. She didn't want these sort of stereotypical female tropes to be Wonder Woman to sort of fall victim to, and he supposedly allegedly suggested doing that to her. He claims he said, "Oh, she wanted to change a line or a scene," and he said, "Over my dead body, you'd have to tie me to train tracks." No one would ever say that. You would say over my dead body. No one would say, give the example of tying you to train tracks. That's not there's no way that happened. And his justification for this was, again, saying that he said she'd have to tie him to train tracks and suggested that the English wasn't clear enough, which is really offensive, because Gal Gadot is very articulate. And like she said, I knew exactly what he meant. So that really baffled me and frustrated me. And the other thing, somebody, I think it was the cyborg actor, said that on Justice League, or I think it was Justice League, it could have been another film, but I think Justice League, allegedly, Joss Whedon asked the colour timer, the grader, to change the skin colour of one of the actors because he didn't like their skin. I can't think of a more clear example of racism, that you don't like the person's skin and you actually want to change it. So he was accused of doing that. And what shocked me even more was someone actually defended that and said that colour timers, they always change people's skin colour with grading. Like, no, they don't. No, that's not the norm, to go in and specifically change an actual person's skin colour because of their race. You may change a whole scene and that would affect everybody's skin colour. You may want to make someone look bright and well lit or something, and the lighting isn't really there, so you would try and do it with the timing and the grading. Yes, but you wouldn't actually go in and try and change the colour of a person unless it was some sort of alien. You're trying to make them literally a different colour, but that would be a special effect and that would be done differently. Whether it's done through grading or I don't know if it can be done that way, but that's not the normal. And someone trying to explain away such an act as just normal, like colour grading, colour timing, just baffled me. I'm glad that Sarah Michelle Gellar and Chris McCarpenter and all these other people spoke out about these things they allege happened, because I personally believe of all these accusations and all these things being said, he has to have done some of these things, and some of them aren't incredibly offensive or bad, but just put it all together and just that working environment, and to treat people like that, and specifically to treat women like that and people of colour like that, would suggest an attitude of racism and sexism that just can't be accepted anymore. And people are so defending this because they're trying to defend, these things they're trying to hold on to, which is the ability for a white person to treat people of colour that way and a man to treat women that way, because people don't want to give up these privileges. And it's just disappointing, because I loved Buffy. I grew up watching Buffy. I watched Angel. I've watched his films and didn't even realise he directed half of them. But you have to separate the person from the art sometimes, because the people disappoint you and you can't let it ruin the art. So I'm still going to watch Buffy. I'm still going to see it as a feminist, strong, piece, with strong women, even though allegedly the person who created it didn't respect women. And that's what he's being accused of. And that's not exactly a crime on that level, but it's still just something we can't accept anymore. And I don't know, I just needed to have a vent about it. I needed to talk about it. And like I said, I'm just really shocked that he actually came out and did a big long interview and explained and justified everything away, basically. And I think he would have been much better served to just apologise and move on rather than explaining and justifying and trying to use somebody's, suggest someone has language barriers, to blame them for a conversation. It's just, I have to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm disappointed in him, and we need to do better. Everyone needs to do better. It's getting beyond a joke, this sort of stuff. People shouldn't have to deal with it. I'm going to go.